Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be my pickups for the month of May 2019. I'm going to start off the bat. If the quality of this video is kind of hit or miss, I'm recording this on my new phone. I had to get a new phone. My old phone died. It would just not charge at all. So I was like, oh, I have to have a phone. So I went to AT&T, got a new phone. So obviously, until I post this video, until I upload this video, I won't know the quality. Hopefully, it's decent. But for those wondering, I had a Samsung Galaxy S5. Now I have an LG K40. To be honest, when I got this phone, I was kind of on it. But as I've used it over the past week and a half, I've grown used to it. So I'll probably keep it, because at first I was like, I don't know about this, I don't know, but I've gotten used to it. So my only main complaint with the phone so far was just that it charges via micro USB, and I would have preferred it charging using USB-C, but win some, lose some, I guess. Oh, but yeah, so got a new phone. Other than that, this month has been pretty quiet for the most part. Ohio is just starting to slowly reopen, which I don't know if that's gonna last. What's going on right now, currently in the country, you know, with all what's going on right now, I'm not gonna go into it. Everybody knows. There might be some spikes in COVID-19 cases. Who knows? But for the most part, it was a quiet month. Didn't do much. Couldn't do anything really. Everything was still closed. So I just went to work, came home, to work, came home. That's all I could do. So, hey. With that said, though, I did get a lot of 360 games. A lot of 360 games. Got a lot of 360 games, some movies, and I got two. I would say two heavy hitters of their respective consoles. So I did splurge a little bit, mostly on the two heavy hitters, which I'll get to them when I get to them. So yeah, with that said, let's jump right into it. First, I think I'll go with movies. These first two movies here, I was at Walmart on Friday. I went to Walmart to pick up a game, which I'll show it to you when I get to it. And I went to Walmart to pick the game up and to get new frames for my glasses. My other frames were they were done. Though both arms were bent to shit, and whenever I'd look down to like pick something up, they would like pretty much like fall. They would fall off my head, fall off my face, and it was just a pain in the ass. So I went to Walmart to get this game and new frames for my glasses. So I got to Walmart. I went to the electronics section. Figured, okay, I'll get the game, then I'll go to the Vision Center, get my frames, and then leave. Well, I get to the electronics section with the games, and I get to the Switch section. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, where is this game? Because the game just came out on Friday. I don't see it. What the hell's going on? And then I see where they're supposed to be. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they didn't sell out, because again, the game came out Friday. So I went to the main section of electronics where you can check out, and I'm like, I'm looking for this game. I don't see it back there. I was like, is it this game? I'm like, yeah, it's that game. And I'm like, I don't see it. I know you guys shouldn't be sold out of it, because again, it just came out today. And the guy's like, yeah, I know, we're looking for it. We're looking for the box. Someone misplaced the box. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm just waiting for them to find the box of games. And in front, a little bit farther back from that area, there's a bin of Blu-rays, and I'm just like, while I'm waiting, I'll just browse, see if I find anything. And lo and behold, I did. And those two movies are Kong Skull Island, which I've only seen this once, so I don't remember much about it. But I remember what I do remember. It was fine. It was a fine action flick. So, but I know some people liked it, some people didn't. But from what I remember, it was fine. It was fine. And then this I was happy to actually find because I've been looking for something like this. I didn't know it'd be at Walmart of all places I would find it. But the two-film collection of Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch. Now, Gremlins I love. I love the first Gremlins. Gremlins 2 I had not seen in a very, very, very long time, so I don't remember much about it. But I do remember enjoying the first one a lot. So, one day I'll pop in the second one and give that a rewatch. But yeah, so I found those at Walmart. I was waiting for them to find this game I went to get there, but then I went there to get. So, but yeah, not a bad little haul, I guess you'd say. Next movie, picked up Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. This isn't the final DC animated movie. This is just the final movie in this current, I guess you'd say, universe of movies. Starting with the Flashpoint Paradox back in 2014? I think 2014. Mostly every DC movie that's followed has been connected or in its own universe. I mean, there's been offshoots. There's been one-offs like Batman: The Killing Joke, Batman and Harley Quinn, Batman by Gaslight, Superman: Red Son. Those are not connected to this world or this overall continuity universe. But this one ends this New 52 animated universe, and it was pretty good. I really did enjoy it. Rated R, well, very, very violent, very gory, but overall it was pretty damn good. So if you're on the fence about it, I'd say definitely go check it out. A lot of fun. I'm excited to see where they go from here. I know the next animated movie coming out is a Superman movie, but I don't know if that's starting like a new universe or if it's just gonna be like another one-off, like Batman, Killing Joke or something like that. I don't know, but overall, I enjoyed how it ended, and I'm excited to see where they go from here. So, next movie I picked up Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Good fucking God, that's a mouthful. I didn't get a chance to see this in theaters. I did not, unfortunately. My dad and I and our friend Mike will usually go see all the superhero movies for the most part in theaters. This one we just didn't get a chance to because right around when it was released is when everything shut down, so didn't get a chance to. But got it, and they came over our friend Mike and his wife came over one night, and we had dinner and we watched it. And overall, it was pretty good. I liked it. I don't know if I'd see it. I don't know if having finally seen it, I don't know if I would have paid to see it in theaters. Probably like on a matinee, probably. But overall, it was decent. I remember seeing a review of this or a preview for it, whatever, saying this was basically John Wick crossed with Deadpool or something along those lines. And having watched it, finally, I can agree. Oh yeah, that's John Wick. Like I can totally, yeah, that's that. I can definitely tell that's not the theme they were going for, the character and everyone was going for, but I can see that's where they were kind of inspired by, you would say. But overall, it was fine. I thought Margot Robbie did a great job as Harley Quinn again. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, pretty good. Overall, everybody did a decent job, I'd say, with what they were given. So, overall, pretty good. And then finally, the last movie I picked up this month, I was hoping to get the Steelbook at Target. but I didn't get a chance to get over there in time to get it, so I just got it. My dad and I were at Myers doing some shopping, and I saw it there. I was like, I'm here. We're here. I see it. I'm just gonna grab it. Granted, he and my dad ended up getting this for me. He didn't have to do that, but he did it anyways. And that movie is Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. I'm looking forward to it though. But yeah, it's just a really cool little animated Mortal Kombat movie. So I'm looking forward to it. So at least I can't talk much about it because I haven't seen it yet. But it does look cool. It looks gory. It looks just like an animated. It looks like somebody just took some bits of the Mortal Kombat universe and made a movie out of it. Pretty much what it is. But I'm looking forward to it. So that is it. That is it for movies. Now on to games. This first game here is a Nintendo Switch game, and it's what I went to Walmart to get on Friday. Besides the new, glasses, the new frames for my glasses. And finally, after about 20 minutes or so, in searching like a handful of boxes scattered around that like main register area in electronics, one of the employees opened up. I guess where they have at least at the Walmart that I went to. I don't know if this is true with all Walmarts, but at least the one where I went to, where they have the computers. That like line of computers that they have to buy. There's like a key. There's like a thing to open up with the key. I wasn't really paying attention, but I guess under there they like store. I guess they store like phone cases before they like put them up to on the shelves. I guess I don't know, but the one guy happened to open that up, and lo and behold, that's where somebody the night before put the box of game, a box of this put the box of copies of this game. There was like 12 copies of it. For some reason, the person working the night before put them put them there for some reason. I don't know. But this guy grabbed me a copy, ran me up for this and those two other movies. And I went about my day, went to get my new frames, and then I left. And that game is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's Xenoblade Chronicles. It's a great game. I played this before on the new 3DS. I didn't beat it, but I did get pretty far into the story. So I'm hoping this time I'll actually be able to finish. I'll be able to beat the damn thing. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's a hell of a game, hell of a RPG. I'm looking forward to actually finishing it this time, hopefully. But yeah, I went to Walmart to get it because Walmart, I don't know, it's not difficult for me to get to Walmart, but it's not exactly in walking distance because I don't drive, so I either have to get a ride there with my dad or take a bus or ride with my friend, whatever. And because of what's going on right now, my local my local bus system is not charging for fares. So I got lucky, I guess. But still, if you go to Walmart, I can't remember if this is just for Switch games or if it's like on every new release. I think it's just Switch, but I could be wrong. I think I might be wrong, but I'm not positive. If you go to Walmart on a launch day of a game, most of the time, again, I think it's just Switch, but I could be wrong. Most of the time, the games there are marked down $10. So instead of paying the full 59, I only paid instead of paying the full 60, I paid 49 for this instead of 60. So that's a nice little savings. So, but yeah, that's why I decided to go to Walmart to get it. But that's just me. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, great game. Hoping to finish it again. Like I said, finish it this time, hopefully. But yeah, moving right along. This next game here, I got a single PS2 game. I'm in a lot of gaming groups on Facebook for the systems that I own, and somebody had this in a lot, and I was like, how much for that? Because that was like the only game the person was selling that I wanted or needed. That was on my list. I was like, oh, do this shit. I'm like, okay, deal. And I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's pretty hard. But until I played myself, I obviously can't say that this game is totally hard. This game is Dark Souls of the PS2. I can't say that, but I've heard it's very difficult. But I still wanted it for the collection because it looked fun. And now I just gotta find the sequel sometime. But that game is Shinobi on PS2. So looks like a fun, little hack and slash game. So I don't have anything to say. I haven't played it yet. I've heard that it's difficult, but it looks fun. So next, now this first, before I get into the 360 games, I'm going to show you the heavy hitters that I got. This first one here, I've been after for a while. It's an original Xbox game. I'd say it's one of the rare ones because you don't see it for sale that often. And when I usually see it like on eBay, it's like disc only, or it's in like a cheap like knockoff GameStop case, etc., etc. So again, in the group for this console, somebody posted about it, and I'm like, I wonder if that's what he wants for it shipped. So I messaged him. I was like, is that poster made for that game? Is that shipped? He's like, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, cool. Gave me his PayPal information. I sent him money, and that was it. It was nice that the guy actually lived in Ohio, so it didn't take that long to get to me. It was nice. I paid 56. I want to say 56. 52, 56. In that area. I want to say 56. But $56 for this game, complete, when usually when I see it complete, like on eBay, other places it's like 60, 65, 70, higher. So like, that's a hell of a deal. So I went and pulled the trigger on it, and I picked up Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth on Xbox original. This is a first-person survival horror game, and my buddy Brett has a copy of it, and ever since he, got a copy of it and talked about it, I looked up gameplay, and it's like, oh wow, that looks actually pretty fun. So I've been on the hunt for this game ever since, and I finally found a decent deal on it. So yeah, looking forward to playing it. I know that it's backwards compatible on the 360. I don't think it's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, but that's fine. I have the original Xbox hooked up, so it's fine. Like, I can't play it. But yeah, looking forward to popping it in and finally giving it a go. So next, this last, not last game, but this last heavy hitter here. I wanted to splurge a little bit, and I was debating between not this particular game, but I was debating between a game for the Sega Saturn or a Wii U game that I've wanted to play for the longest time that many people don't like. I'm sure you can figure out what that game is. It's a Wii U game. It's expensive as all hell, and I've been debating getting it. I'm still debating getting it. I probably will get it. I just haven't decided yet. But so when I missed out on a copy of the Wii U game that was pretty, I want to say it was decently priced, to be honest. It was like $160 altogether with tax and shipping and all that. So I missed out on it because I had it in my cart, and I was like going back and forth debating, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And before I could finally pull the trigger on it, it got sold. So I'm like, fuck. So I started looking at a different system. I started looking at the Sega Saturn. Okay, let me see if I can knock off the heavy hitter off my list. Now that I have some extra money. So I was looking, and I came across a seller that was selling this for, I think he was asking $149 plus $8 shipping. So I'm like, the worst they can do is say no. So I sent them the best offer of $120, and lo and behold, they accepted. So for about 135 ish, 130 ish. I got this game complete. What's funny is that it actually has which I'll just open it up and I'll show you. But I picked up a stall for the Sega Saturn. It's a platformer. From what I understand, this game was what was supposed to push, not necessarily push the Saturn, but show up its capabilities, that it could do really, really great, good 2D games with bunch of 3D stuff in the background. This is what was supposed to really showcase that, and from everything I've seen, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty interesting. So yeah, like I said, got a hell of a deal on it. 120, so we'll say 136 ish with shipping and all that. But yeah, what's cool about it is that I'm fully aware that this game, Sega fucked up the label. That the slide doesn't actually say the game, doesn't actually say the title on the slide, which is annoying. But at least now that I, which of course I knew this before buying it, that it doesn't have the title. I'll know what it is. But what's cool about this is that it actually has as it falls out, it has the foam insert. Sega Saturn games came with foam inserts to make sure to help the disc stay in place and whatnot. So that's actually my first Saturn game that came with a foam insert, which is kind of cool. It's useless, yes, but to me that's kind of cool. But yeah, so those two heavy hitters were what I splurged on this month because I had some extra money. So, and like I said, the Wii U game I'm still debating on. So, but now moving on to 360 games, which is what the rest of these are going to be 360 games. First, picked up the Bureau XCOM Declassified. If I recall, this is a prequel to XCOM Enemy Unknown. It's a tactical third-person shooter. Never played it. It looked interesting, and it was cheap. So, like I said, it was cheap, and it was on my list. So, next, picked up Max Payne 3. Never played Max Payne 3, so I decided to get it and give it a go. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things, I've heard things, but it's Max Payne 3, so can't say much on it. Next, I picked up Resonance of Fate. This was an RPG that looked really damn interesting, so I was glad to finally find it for a decent price. So I believe I picked a lot of 360 games I got this month, minus one. I bought from a place called Starland and Luki Games. So, but yeah, Resonance of Fate looks pretty damn interesting. So, and it was cheap. Most of the 360 games that I got were cheap. So, next, I picked up Syndicate. I had this on PS3 a long time ago, and I enjoyed it, but I wanted to get it on 360 because my PS3 collection is done. But yeah, Syndicate is a fun first-person shooter. So. Next is a franchise. The next couple games. Rearrange here. The next 3 games are a series I've not played, but they looked remotely interesting. So I figured, what the hell, I'll get them and add to the collection and eventually play them. And those games are Lost Planet 3, Lost Planet 2, And Lost Planet, Extreme Conditions. This is the collector's edition of the first game. It goes with the steelbook and some bonus stuff. But yeah, for the most part, Lost Planet series. Never played them. They looked remotely interesting, and they were all cheap. So I figured, screw it, I'll get them. So, but yeah, this steelbook's nice though. It really is. It's good. Game, soundtrack, manual, and then get the fuck out. Art book. So that's pretty cool. The only thing that's a little annoying with this is that it's got a little bit of a dent there, so it's kind of annoying, but overall it's still in decent, pretty good shape. So next, picked this game up today actually. Went to the exchange because my dad was looking for a game that he had sold, and so we were there and we found the game he wanted, and I was like, well, here, I'm gonna see. And this was the only game they had that was on my list that I still needed for the 360. And that game is Just Cause 2. So yeah, I played Just Cause 3, and I played a little bit of Just Cause 1, but I haven't touched Just Cause 2 yet or 4. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looks fun. Looks a nice little way to waste some time. So next, I've been looking for this 360 game for a while. Every time I see it, it's not expensive, but it's just I don't know if I want to pay that. Got it for $12. 12 from East Ireland, so it was complete. It was nice. So that game is Ninja Blade. I've heard really great things about it, and I've only played like 5 minutes of it just to see if it worked. And yeah, from what I can definitely lose a few hours in this game because it was just from what that short time I played, it was pretty fun. So Ninja Blade. Next, I had the shooter. I had this shooter a long time ago when I first got my 360, and I thought it was fine. But I grew bored with it, and I didn't have a job. So when you don't have a job, you get desperate and trade stuff in, and you're like, I don't know if I should have done that. And this game, I'm gonna give it another chance. Not that it was bad. It just was like I wasn't really feeling it. And that game is legendary. Very early PS2 we got. Very early, not super early when this came out. 2008. So a relatively early 360 title. So when I remember, it was alright. So, next game I got here. I love this game. I really did enjoy this game, but again, I had it. I grew desperate, traded it in. Should have done that, but I have it back now, and I'm not getting rid of it again. And that game is Binary Domain. A really, really good, decent third-person shooter from Sega. It really was a lot of fun. It really was. So I recommend checking it out if you've never checked this game out before. I recommend it for sure. It was a lot of fun. So it's gonna be a long video. Holy shit! Sorry guys, I know I tend to ramble, but holy crap. Next game here, I picked up Singularity. Singularity was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. It was pretty much Activision's answer to BioShock for the most part. You have a thing on your wrist that you can control time with, and it was pretty fun. So it's short. It's got a decent campaign. I don't know if it had multiplayer. I'm sure it did. But I don't know if it did or not. But the single player campaign was pretty decent. So next, picked up. I've had this game again before, and I was debating getting it back again. I'm like, fuck it, I'll get it back again. And it was relatively cheap, and that is Wolfenstein. I don't know how well this holds up because of the New Order and Old Blood and New Colossus. But for the time when it was out, when I had it, it was fine. It was a decent first-person shooter. So maybe, hopefully, when I go back through it again, it'll still be good. But I don't know. I just remember at the time, I think it was pretty good. And finally, the last game I got this month, last 360 game, was Vanquish for 360. I know they just released a 10th anniversary pack with this and Bayonetta. And I was debating getting that. I'm like, I don't know. I've got Bayonetta. I have Bayonetta on Wii U. I really don't need a second. I really don't need another copy of it. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just get the game on 360. So Vanquish again, a really really good, underrated third person shooter from Sega and Platinum Games. So you see this, or you see the 10th anniversary thing with Bayonetta, and you never played Vanquish, get it. It's a hell of a lot of fun for sure. Alright, that is it. That is all my pickups for the month of May 2019. I do apologize for the length of the video. I know I tend to ramble. I apologize for that. But yeah, with that said, if you like the video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that happy, fun stuff. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in the future with another video. My next video I'm going to try to do before June ends will be a video talking about games I'd like to see get a remaster or remake or whatever. But yeah, that being said, I will see you later.